the same thing I deal with at home with my Samsung, and my TV is 4 years old, I want to say.
As soon as these TVs come and it gets dumbed down, as you would say, right? They're for
Yeah, it's
people
still
that
still kind of difficult.
exactly. You're gonna have the older fan base that really didn't go with the transition. Yeah, give it 5 years, give it 10 years. Oh, that's all I have to do is just buy this thing now, and I get the fights again, and boom, now everyone's coming back. Their money only goes higher. I'm telling you, it's yeah, you called it. You called it 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. It's happening. It's here. Bob Arum has nailed it twice too. It's
honest to God, and this is my real philosophy. I don't think it was Bob Arum. I think he had no other choice after the HBO deal, and he wanted to stick it to HBO. So he took the ESPN deal that turned into the ESPN Plus deal, and the rest is history. DAZN,
but now his fighters are on the most watched network in America again. You see
right.
that?
I bet the original deal with ESPN was a bullshit deal just to keep his fighters exposed.
There's no other place in the world that gets more views in sports than America.
Has ESPN done a pay-per-view yet?
No, they don't have to. I think they're gonna do one with I think the ESPN pay-per-view is Crawford Khan. There you go. I believe they're doing that Crawford Khan one. I don't hold me to that, but I want to see.
Let's see.
But it could be just Bob Arum.
It could be right on the Plus app because they paid him a lot of money. ESPN pay-per-view, that will be their first one, April 20th. It's right here. Crawford Khan fight on ESPN pay-per-view. So this will be really interesting, which is really irritating to me. Shout out to Dan Rayfield, who had the same thought in his head on February 6th. My only issue with this is that I don't particularly like Kriegel at all. Like, Kriegel has become he's my new Max Kellerman. Like, I like Max Kellerman. Like, somebody at ESPN figured out how to use Max Kellerman correctly, which is you don't want him on there all the time. You don't want him on all the time.
There could have been an issue with ESPN Plus not wanting to sign Amir Khan. And with Amir Khan not being able to get a TV contract, that made this a one-time pay-per-view event for Bob Arum. Now, it's going to be shown on internationally on the ESPN app. I don't know. I haven't read into the why it was a pay-per-view in America. I'm only going off. It could be why would you overpay for Amir Khan? He's a one-time fighter. He'd probably get knocked out again on this card, and no one's going to care about him. So they put it on pay-per-view in North America to get us to buy into the Terrence Crawford really fight, not the Crawford Khan fight. There's nothing to sell here. Yeah, really, Lee, this is going to do probably poor numbers in North America, right, in the pay-per-view for us, but it'll do great probably internationally for ESPN if they do put it somehow on the app for the international feed.
There you guys go.
Because DAZN does that too. There's certain sports they can't show in America because
they do blackouts, right? Because of different deals that they have. And all of these guys, because they're streaming apps, can make backdoor deals. Like DAZN could have a deal with Showtime that Showtime gets this, but they get that.
They might have told Khan, we'll give you $2 million to put you on internationally, and then Bob Arum will give you whatever to fight you in pay-per-view, but we're not going to sign you to a 2-fight $10 million deal. You're not worth that. You see what? But you're worth a $2 million deal for the international fee.
Yeah, no, I completely get that. And that, by the way, for those of you that don't know history of streaming, that was the same thing that happened in the WWE. So the WWE switched over to the streaming platform, right? And all of their fighters were getting bonuses based on pay-per-view and watching rate and where they were on the card. Yes, I know it's a predetermined outcome, and I still watch wrestling. That's not the point of the story. The story was they had a contract like a Deontay Wilder where they get paid X amount of dollars. You get a bonus based on pay-per-view. So when they switched over to streaming, Vince McMahon and the company just basically shrugged it off and said, we'll work it out, buddy, right? That kind of thing, which is Nobody knew how it would play out or whether or not they'd go back to pay-per-view. And here we are again with fighters who are now smart enough to have regular contracts with a Bob Arum or an Eddie Hearn. Then they get like a bonus or a back end by how the deal is cut out on the fight. And that's just smart. It's just smart.
We'll give them some examples here, Lee. Tyson Fury signs with ESPN. There's a fight there for Deontay Wilder. Oh, look, they want to offer Wilder a 5-fight deal. No pay-per-view. You fight for ESPN. You get what I'm saying? They can make money off of him. So that's why they would sign them to a fight. Amir Khan, you are not going to put Amir Khan in a 5-fight deal. What? He might get knocked out 4 times out of 5 fights. There's no money there.
Right. And that's the way this all works. And that's boxing in the future. And the problem is, Al Heyman wanted to run and control everything like the UFC, so his model is falling apart. He's not being fluid and adjusting the way that Eddie Hearn, Oscar.
It already happened. He already fucked himself. He blackballed himself right out of the industry.
Model. I'm going to buy all the people in the welterweight division, and I'm just going to make this happen. He went with the UFC model. I'm going to clamp it down. It's going to be mine. You're only going to fight my guys. We're only going to fight outside if we have to, but we're going to control everything UFC style. If you want to go outside, then get the fuck out, right? That was his attitude. You're going to be really sad when you're not getting paid. Well, here we are. It's 2019, and guess what? Bob went fluid, Oscar went fluid, and Eddie went fluid, and they're going to be the guys that control everything because they get what they're doing. I think Oscar's the smartest. He just doesn't have any fighters. That's the sad reality.
Being Oscar, so dumb, he's even smart.
He's right. He doesn't have any fighter. If Oscar actually had fighters, right, and that's why they push Teofimo Lopez down our throat. Like, he's going to push any fighter that does well down everybody's throat because Golden Boy has been smart, right? They'll make a deal with Bob. They'll make a deal with DAZN. They'll make a deal with ESPN. They don't give a shit over a Golden Boy. What's the best deal out there? Like, he is crossed all the platforms. He's the only one who's been on every single platform already. Like, will see.
Hey, Lee, give the man credit. His fighter's still the highest paid athlete in the world. Did you see the baseball contracts, the 5-year, 10-year, $300 million? Still did not surpass the 5-year, $365 million that Saul Alvarez signed also this year. So Oscar is doing something correct. He did get his fighter paid.
Which means Oscar gets paid, which means more hookers and blow in Pasadena, allegedly. And videos and photos.
Leave him alone.
God, I love his life. God, Oscar, you are the best. Out of my own city of Montebello. Good for you, Oscar. I am so proud of you. And you're just like me, Oscar. We can't leave like Montebello that far, right? He moves to Pasadena, which is 15 miles away. I moved to the other way, which is 15 miles away. Good for him. You know what? Good for you, Oscar. You go. You go, Oscar. It's just a shame you don't have any other fighters. You need more than you're a one-trick pony at the moment. You are a Canelo. If Canelo Alvarez loses anywhere in the next fight or two, if he takes big fights, like he slips on a banana peel.
Oh, he could lose to Jacobs. You know what? Never mind. The kid fights anyone. No, he could lose to Jacobs. You're right. You're right.
If he slips on a banana peel, this could all go sideways real quick because nobody's gonna. Yeah. No.
You're gonna see Oscar make a return to DAZN. No, I'm just kidding.
Right?
him and Mayweather. Oh, I can't wait until Mayweather leaves out.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to cover that story. So I've actually got video that I haven't posted. Mayweather's back in the gym.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's gonna want that 5-fight deal.
Getting the bag, and Manny Pacquiao's back in the gym. If you know this, I've actually got the post.
Lee,
I'm calling it again, Andrew. I'm doubling down. I'm tripling down. I'm quadrupling down. Before Cinco de Mayo, Andrew, they will announce Mayweather versus Pacquiao.
Oh, I hate going against you on this because I'm so back and forth on this one. Damn it, he's going for a 5-fight deal with DAZN. I'm sorry, DAZN, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
If Mayweather makes a 5-fight deal with DAZN.
Oh, it's coming.
3, 4, it would have to be $500 million, right?
Dude,
what would you have to sign Mayweather for a 5-fight deal? $1 billion?
You know, his fight can bring 100 million streaming views. They know this.
They got to offer him $500 million. You got to offer.
They already know this. They got opponents like Triple G at what, 36? Probably in real life he's in his 40s. Mayweather's going beep, 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 be dancing around. They're going to fight him with Canelo 3 times.
How would he not have that conversation with DAZN?
Oh, he is. No, he's tired of hearing these fighters' money. He keeps showing us his watches because everyone else has bigger checks than him nowadays. He's coming back.
Ooh.
He's coming back.
That's a big drop. That's a big drop. Floyd Mayweather signs with DAZN. Three fights, 500 million.
Yeah. Easy.
Biggest contract in boxing history.
Easy.
And your first fight is Manny Pacquiao, because that's a no-brainer.
Now we got to see how long Pacquiao signed.
Second fight is Canelo Alvarez, because that's a no-brainer. He can win that again.
But Lee, Manny just signed with the PBC. See, Manny thought he was hella smart. Once again, you left.
Oh no, Manny's an idiot. Like,
yeah, he left.
He keeps asking Boo Boy for advice on the topic. Boo Boy, what do you think? I don't know, Manny. How much money are they offering you at the PBC?
Hey, swear to God, Lee. They said, oh, you can fight guys like Spence, Garcia and Spence winner. Both of those guys said they might be leaving the PBC right after he signs. Right? Correct? Spence.
Boo Boy, what do you think? What do you think, Boo Boy? This guy right here on the middle of the screen. This guy right here is giving out all the advice. I
guarantee you guys. Listen, when
that guy right there, that's the guy who's giving financial advice to Pacquiao.
When Eroy Spence becomes a free agent in the networks, he is not going to get a pay-per-view fight from ESPN. He's going to get a 5-fight deal offer.
But I'm telling you, Andrew, this thing right here, this video of Manny Pacquiao sparring that was out on his Twitter feed, right? By the way, Boo Boy's in the background.
You haven't seen who they've been pushing, have you?
But if you look at the Floyd Mayweather sparring video, it's the same video, Andrew. You think I'm joking about this?
I don't know. I got to see how Pacquiao's I have to see how his deal is constructed by the PBC. If it's a 5-fight deal, he's out. Mayweather's not fighting for Al Heyman in his next fight in boxing. He's not. He's going to be fighting on the ESPN app.
But if Al Heyman is really Floyd Mayweather, then of course he is.
No. He takes off the PBC hat. He puts on the manager hat. Damn it, Lee, you're not remembering the manager angle. He don't give a fuck about the PBC. He's been making millions off of that. Matter of fact, that fucking thing could go bankrupt. Al Heyman wouldn't give a shit because he still has that manager's hat. He's like that Jamaican on In Living Color. Bang, bang. They take one off. They take one off and they put the other hat on. He was a cook and then he's a janitor. You get it?
I get it. Wow, bro. You're just all over the place. Let me see if I can find this
not
real
racist
quick.
At all.
Dude, you're out of control. I don't even know what to say about you anymore.
You remember that skit though on In Living Color, right? The
yes,
Jamaican
of course.
family.
I don't want to hang the clouds dry, but yes, yes.
Jeez almighty, don't make me a bad guy.
Well, yeah, I want to. It's funnier that way. Duh. I'm trying to.
Floyd's gonna be like, what the fuck you mean? You get some of this money too. Floyd better make sure Al Heyman has no manager contract with him when he comes back. I don't know, you guys. I'm talking out my ass right now. But if Al Heyman has any contract that says when Floyd comes out of retirement, he's still his manager, oh, Floyd's gonna be pissed. He's gonna be because he has. Hey, look, he gave all the money in the world. Gosh darn it, he gave Al Heyman the PBC. He gave him that. He's the one that built the PBC for Al Heyman. He should have no part in the money that he makes with DAZN.
Okay, let me get this video so you can see it. And by the way, it's exactly the same video. Like there's almost no difference in the video once it loads up for those of you who are watching this. If you're not, it's a good excuse for you to go over to YouTube, but watch the video, Andrew. You just saw the Manny Pacquiao video, right?
Yes.
All right, hold on. It's still loading. It's slow. I don't like this particular player. Come on.